Well, we don't have a lot of parts to put on, but we do have the water pump, so we're going to start with that today. But then we're going to take a trip to the local junkyard to see if we can source as many parts as we possibly can. Stick around. Let's get to it. First, we take out our paper towels. Already got the edges all cleaned up. And see if we can get this thing placed in there. Get all the bolts started. Get them all tightened, loosely tightened. Set our torque wrench to 11 pounds for the first go around. Now we'll crank it up to 22 pounds. One final check. 22, 22, 22. So what parts are we going to look for in the junkyard? We're going to scavenge through any vehicle that has a 5.3 LS engine, and we are going to be looking for bolts for coil packs, bolts for intake gasket, hoses, wires, plugs, brackets, anything that we think that we can utilize off one of those engines and mount directly onto this one to try to save us a little bit of cash. Eventually down the road, we will go through the regular maintenance items. I just want to get this engine up and going for as little money as possible. So things like plugs and plug wires, we can redo those down the road, but the bolts and the clips and all that type of stuff will probably be very helpful at the moment so that we don't have to try to source all those, figure out bolt sizes, thread patterns, all that kind of good stuff. And anything that we can't find for it, we're just going to have to start buying parts. I did call an order. The new front cross member has a nice healthy chunk of change. So the old crusty one will go in the trash, but not until we get the new one in and get it put on, which means we got to bring in all the front suspension pieces so that we can make sure everything lines up correctly. So that means we got to take all this back inside, start tearing it down, cleaning it up, and degunking it because it looks bad. But I want to make sure that the control arms, the lower control arms, are going to fit and line up when the new part comes in. So I got a set of sockets ready to go and a bag full of miscellaneous tools. Never know what you're going to need in the junkyard. We made it to our local pull apart here in Indy, and I just want to point out, even though she is sick and it's only 40 degrees, she's still come out to help support me. All right, let's go walk around and see if we can find some good stuff. Forgot my sunglasses. It's awfully bright on ginger eyes. I guess we don't get a wheelbarrow today.
It's all right. Keeps us young.
Yeah.
And I'm not sick. It's
You
trying to get me, but
No,
I won't let it.
You are sick.
Nope.
Now, I was hoping it'd be a little bit less busy today with it being Super Bowl Sunday. Even though I couldn't tell you who's playing, but let's go that way. I think there's a bunch of GMs down this way. I personally like coming to salvage yards, junk yards. I always find stuff you don't need.
Brings back memories for me.
Yeah, me too. As far as salvage yards goes, this is a pretty nice one. They put everything up on wheels to get them up off the ground. It's not real muddy. They got a pretty good gravel base everywhere. It's pretty nice. We found a 2002 Tahoe. It's got some of the parts on it we need. Not everything, but it's got some cables and it's got some brackets and some pulleys. So we're gonna take some off of this one and then go, oh look. I said it don't have an alternator bracket, and it does. They just already took it off. All we gotta do is pull that out of there and take it home. Nice. Anyway, gonna get everything we can off this one, and then whatever else we have on our list, we'll go looking for some of the other ones. I do wish we had a cart.
We should buy one just for this stuff.
We should.
Use my old red wagon, radio flyer.
That's worth too much money.
That's why I said we use, but no.
Hopefully this don't take
All day?
all day. Guess I could use my power tools. Huh. I didn't even look for Tahoes when I was searching online. I was only looking for like 1500s, but there we go. Hopefully that's good.
Check.
One part done.
I'll stand guard.
Okay,
I got some Bruce Lee moves.
so I need this bracket. It's got some thick gunk on it.
Indiana gouache.
Scrape some of the mess off. Oh, look at that. Already taken apart for me and everything. Except for 2 bolts, and I don't need the alternator, so I'll take those off.
I wonder how much they will charge us.
I'm sure it's cheaper than buying one new. All I gotta do is clean it. Somebody did all the work for me on that one.
The Lord works in mysterious ways.
And the big giant bolts are sitting down here too. They go to it. Now we don't need that alternator either.
Guess how long will your battery last?
Hopefully all this just mounts right up. It should. That looks like the exact same block.
Oh. Yeah, someone might need their slipper. Can't film and grab it. I needed a stepping stool.
There we go. Now we got them in the right spot. Put this alternator back up here for somebody. There you go, somebody. Okay, let's see if we can get 2 injectors.
I gotta get another stool.
Pop that one on. There we go. get in here.
We're pretty high up off the ground. The things you do for your wife.
This for you or for me?
Both. That's what makes it fun.
Oh, I dropped my screwdriver in. Fuel injectors.
Good job.
4 more to go. I'm just going to loosely put these bolts in there. So if somebody needs them, they can get them.
Smells good.
Like gasoline. Seeing is not the problem. Getting my big fat fingers in there and getting that clip off's the problem. But we got it now. 1 more to go. And as long as it don't fling across the salvage yard, we should be fine. Got it. Oh yeah. That one will move. That one will move. You don't like it, but it'll move. I have this piece at home, and I didn't know what it was for. Now I know.
What's the prognosis?
Huh?
What's the prognosis?
Oh, I want to take it. I would just want to unplug this O2 sensor, because I'll need that too. Just went through all the trouble to remove that header, and it's broken. Great. Well, we just discovered that's supposed to be like that. I looked at another one getting ready to pull it, and it was the same way, so finished yanking that one out, and we're going to take both those home. Okay, a couple hours later, a lot greasier, a lot sweatier, but I think we got everything we need for a pretty good price. What did we get out of here for? Under $200, under $290, I think, so under $300. That's pretty good. Are you excited?
Yes.
Good.
And I think I want some biscuits and gravy.
Let's go get cleaned up and we'll go get biscuits and gravy. Or you just want to go now?
We can go like this. It's fine.
Okay, let me go like this.
If you're hungry.
So I guess it's off to Bob Evans. That's how we're okay. And then we'll get back to the house. We'll get all this out, show you what we got, and start getting it cleaned up. Time for another episode of Fun Fact Corner. If you were to drill a hole from where you're standing directly through the center of the earth to the other side and jumped in that hole, it would take you approximately 42 minutes before you reach the other side. Science. So here's our haul today from the junkyard. We got both exhaust manifolds, which I would like to put headers on it, but these will work for now, plus they were a lot cheaper. Both of them did come with the O2 sensors, made sure to get those. We got the AC bracket with the pulley on it. That's pretty good steel. Got that pulley and bracket. That's the belt tensioner. We got an oil dipstick. We got throttle cable. And we got 10 injectors. So all in all, wasn't too bad of a haul. In total, we spent, with core charges, because we didn't have any cores, and environmental fees, about $287, which, if you looked all these parts up individually, OEM injectors alone are $70 to $100 a piece. So that was a pretty good deal. I think we got all of those for $90. That was the bulk of the load. And the other biggest chunk was these. If we decide not to use them later, that's fine, we still have them. We figured we'd pick them up just in case. So as you've seen, I thought that was broken. So we went to look at another vehicle and it was the exact same way. So, can somebody please explain to me why that one is separated, but it's not on the other one. So this is the driver's side, and this is the passenger side. We actually talked to a gentleman out there who said they're always split on the passenger side, and I'm not really sure why. So we're going to go through and clean all these parts up, get them shined up, get them ready to go back on. Might paint this bracket, maybe. But we got all the bolts and all the hardware with it, so that's good. And we got all the bolts that come out of here, except for there's a couple that were broken. They were already broken when we got to it, but it still came off pretty easy. I guess while I'm waiting to clean those other parts, I can get these bolts put in. I was going to get new ones, but when I looked at the ones that were on the vehicles in the junkyard, they were exactly the same as these, so I'll just put these back in. Same on this side. Get all these started first. Whoa. Kicked out and hit the camera. Those aren't going nowhere. I did say I was going to get spark plugs and wires out of the junkyard as well, but common sense got the better of me. So I ordered 8 new spark plugs and a brand new set of wires from Summit. But I'm not going to put either one of them on yet because this engine's still got to go in and out multiple times to get the fitment right once the transmission goes on, and I don't want to take a chance of breaking them, so those are just going to sit on a shelf for now. So the cross member that I ordered, they called and said it's going to be about a 2 to 3 week delay on that because they're fabricating new ones, so that one will be here in upcoming episodes. Before I can put this front end on, I already said I got to go out, get the front suspension, bring it in, tear it apart, clean it up, probably buy a rebuild kit for all the bushings, put it all back together and get it loosely set in the car so I can get everything lined up. So that'll probably be the project that we're working on the next video. I'm going to clean all the other parts that we already bought. So I think I'm going to use the same chemicals that they use in a parts washer, even though I don't have a parts washer. Got a bucket and I got a brush, so I should be good on that. So thank you very much to everybody who watches. We could not do it without you. We appreciate it very much. Hopefully we'll see you on the next one.